Hi Ryan, welcome back to part 3 for this and the last part of this week's edition of our Sometimes Basis podcast. I'm the Nikki Bella of this friendship, Joe.
And apparently I'm the Brie Bella, Pat Young.
Apparently you're more hippie and vegetarian than I am.
Apparently.
This week we'll be running down the news and then doing the top 10 worst book SummerSlam matches in our opinion. Don't know what the other said.
Yeah.
Or worst booking decisions. Don't necessarily have to be a match. But surprise match. There's not much news this week in terms of major. So since we're on the topic of the Bella Twins,
For segue.
Thank you. For those that hear,
Some might not.
he said premiere date for Total Bellas and the cast for season 7 of Total Divas. Now this week I shouldn't look too lost while I'm reading the news because I actually had the news in front of me. The synopsis for Total Bellas season 2. Brie and Dale Bryan prepare for parenthood, and Nikki gets the surprise proposal of a lifetime that everybody's seen coming from longtime love John Cena when Total Bellas returns Wednesday, September 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern for all you fans out there.
I bet you the surprise ending is John Cena proposing of the season.
I wonder if she says yes, yes, yes.
It's the wrong game. That's the wrong guy. It's Brian.
Same family.
Fine, fair enough. If you're interested in this must be good news for you.
I was hoping the win would be at SummerSlam.
No, I don't want to see that live.
No,
I think that'll be the first wedding where people would boo.
Nikki also hinted at it happened at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't think that should happen at the end of the year.
7 hours, at least. That's Mania nowadays.
Yeah. If you're interested in Total Bellas and Total Divas, this news would be very important to you. I do sometimes watch it.
Guilty pleasure, we do watch it.
Okay, well he's just gonna drag the count back. Yeah, we do watch it. However, I don't always enjoy it. Some of the stuff actually is pretty funny. Like I want to say within the last season or so, Natalya faked the letter. Oh, alright. Well, it's the same show, different name. Total Bellas is pretty much Total Divas minus,
the rest of the Divas.
500 pounds of other women. Well, there's like 6 other women on Total Divas, to be fair. And I'm not supposed to say weight, but
That's
it's flattering. But yeah, it really depends on who you're asking as a wrestling fan about this to find this interesting.
There'll be 8 one-hour episodes.
That, and I'm also not sure why Nikki and Cena have to move in with Brian and Brie. Yeah.
Everybody knows it takes 4 to have a baby.
No, it takes 2 sometimes.
You know she's already pregnant.
And sometimes even one of the 2 slip out pretty early in that pregnancy.
It takes 4 to push it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe Brian wraps a rope around one leg, Cena wraps a rope around the other leg, and all they do is just pull until it comes out.
And the Total Divas case, which is different from Total Bellas, anybody will know, is...
It's literally just slightly more blonde hair, that's about it.
With 2 blondes, and 1 highlighted one, at times. We have, this is the case, this riveting, makes me want to run for the meal like Stephanie Mine. It would introduce fans to WWE superstars Carmella and Big Cass. Sorry to break everybody's hearts if you didn't know who they would be. Nia Jax, who's the one I'm actually the most interested in, to be fair.
Because she's not like most girls.
For real, in this case. Alexa Bliss, who, well, duh. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
The 4 Horsewomen all want doing because they actually came out wrestling.
Yeah.
The one I'm most insulted is still on the case. Natalya. With that being said, She's the one with the best part of the show.
Yeah. Usually it's her getting slapped by Summer, her faking letters from Cat Fancy to try to get a deal with WWE or whatever.
But the good news for this is Tyson Kidd's also back this season. So
that should be really interesting.
Maurice, so dumb.
He usually adds to it. Usually their fights are hysterical.
Maurice, duh, of course she'll be on it. Miz and Maurice work on that show. Lana, who might be the most annoying real American fake Russian ever.
Her real speaking voice sounds way more
fake
annoying. Yeah, way more fake than her fake Russian one.
And Naomi, who's the parent, who I think is the nice one. Like she says, right? She don't have much to show. Till Divas gives viewers a beyond the ropes look into how these strong, influential women juggle life on the road with their personal and romantic lives. What's more interesting is they are always surprised when they see each other for the next show. You'll be surprised.
Oh my God, we haven't seen each other in years. When, you know, at the very least you're working with them at least 4 days a year. At the very, very least, you know, big 4.
There's no point. There's no set date for that yet because they're still filming it. I believe they were in Cabo this week.
Yeah.
The pictures of Nikki and Alexa were nice. Might have been Lana. I don't know. I'm confused.
It probably was Lana.
Yeah, I don't know. They were in Cabo. Congratulations. But speaking of when they will all be together, WWE's playing another Superstar shakeup. WWE created was toying around with the idea of another Superstar shakeup this year. Vince is apparently unhappy, shocking without a current lineup of both the World Center roster shaking down. My fault. This is when it's supposed to happen. I didn't see this earlier. The current plans had a second Superstar shakeup of the year prior to Survivor Series. It could have been time for the No Mercy pay-per-view on September 20th. Well, this say for SummerSlam. I didn't know exactly when.
Yeah.
The last Superstar shakeup was in April this year. It's expected they continue the brand split. We should see 2 a year. Didn't know that either. That's new news. That's updated to me.
Yeah.
If you're going to do 2 a year, well, also while I write it down, it's on this side now is NXT's also supposed to involve stars that this isn't usually on the main roster, so it's going to be on NXT. So.
And this site is Heel by Nature.
Right. Who's also a YouTube channel.
Yes.
That does it, so. It's easier. I'm fine with a shake-up. You know, I feel like the rosters are fine. You can ride them out. It's more. They need to be more consistently booked like this week. That is the rosters themselves. Pretty much I saw this is the way to get AJ on Raw. One of the largest SmackDown. Finn on SmackDown. Or Finn or Seth on SmackDown. Or Roman. That's what it really feels like. Just to move the big names that they didn't move the first time around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much just sort of cutting the fat from both rosters and adding that fat to other rosters to make sure it would like fit better and work better.
But I don't know if you need 2 a year.
I don't think you need 2 a year. I'm not all that convinced you need 1 a year. You could probably get by with like 1 every 2 years or so. But they want to have like a big show.
If you're going to do that, you do a draft.
A reason to have a big show.
If you're going to do 2 shows a year, then to do a draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't a big fan of the way the draft used to be random. But if that's the way to do it, just do that then.
Yeah.
I actually would just have the draft one night, Raw versus SmackDown, have the GM and commissioner pick a pick.
Yeah.
To take in the winner match, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it because there has been no confirmed details.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the way we can try that in. Going back on topic with Dan Bryan, real quick, here's the Tail Bells. Dan Bryan and Renee debuted their new show this week.
Talking Smack. If that sounds familiar, it should, because that was their network show that was canceled
Smack
last
and
week. Talking Smack.
Smack and Talk, they called it.
Smack and Talk?
Yes.
I thought they called it Talking Smack.
And it was revealed that Chad Gable is Dan Bryan's son.
Dun dun dun.
And Brie wrote on Twitter that she was happy to finally meet her stepson. Yeah, that's all I got. Just for something funny, check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Next, past favorite wrestling couple.
Jesus.
There was no arrest warrant issued for Paige. Rumors are circulating online that Paige has an arrest warrant issued for.
This article's still from Hill by Nature, by the way.
Yes, all these are, for the most part. The state attorney's office has confirmed that this news is false. And no arrest warrants are issued. The Orlando Police Department submitted paperwork to the state attorney's office for review. There's probable cause now, which she could easily get released even with the movie, but this case she's charged. To charge Soraya Bevis, that's Paige, with battery, which they quote as the physical act that results in harmful or offensive contact with another person without the person's consent. This all stems from the event that transpired at the Orlando airport on July 9th, which we covered in podcast like 2 weeks ago, where Paige and Dario or Patron had an argument where Patron was on the receiving end of a drink being thrown on him. Pat, your favorite wrestling couple, you want to go first? Thank you, bye.
To be fair, maybe the internet does. They do come up with crazy rumors. I'm not gonna lie. The internet does. In some dark place of the internet, crazy stuff comes out. However, this couple, I mean, minus this rumor that she had an arrest warrant out for her. Minus that, I think from what I've seen and what I've heard, that they have to separate just for their own sanity and probably their own safety as well.
I would just fire both of them. They're 2 kids.
You know, one's almost a 40-year-old man.
Exactly my point. We have a man-child, and we have a kid, pretty much. Description 24, or 25, whatever the hell she is now. 25, I believe she's a year younger.
Yes.
No, she's still a kid. I don't know who's to blame in this relationship. I think they both went nuts. It's a crazy relationship, like most wrestling relationships, unfortunately. So, next stick on the topic of crazy relationships will be Ric Flair. Has nothing to do with relationships. I mean, they might get there as personal like that. Because ESPN did film the Ric Flair for 30 Nationwide, and that premieres November 7th. Because this podcast is a walking advertisement for when shows are premiering this week.
Well, I have seen some of the previous 30 for 30 stuff from ESPN.
I just see this guy whole.
Yeah, I don't think I actually seen that one. The NXT one they did though.
That was NXT, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The NXT one was pretty good, and I've also seen other stuff from like different sports things. Like I think I seen where the Red Sox came back and beat the Yankees and later won the World Series. I seen that one, which was pretty good as well. So this should actually be really interesting to see, and maybe less from a WWE skewed perspective. And maybe a bit more honest about Ric Flair's life than we have actually seen before.
It was what the show's about. I'm going to take on it. ESPN Films announced yesterday at the Television Critics Association press tour that its 30 for 30 documentary Nationwide on Wrestling Legend Ric Flair will premiere on Tuesday, November 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN after SmackDown Live that night. The director, Rory Karp, who also directed The Book of Manning, and I Hate Christian Latner. We'll take an inside look at Flair's story, includes triumphs and strategies, and his pivotal role in turning pro wrestling into mainstream sports entertainment. The trailer is out online. And here's just a synopsis about real or fake is a question that long shadowed professional wrestling, but for one that interests his legendary performers for Flair, there's never any separation between the ring and the world around it. His story starts in the Midwest in Minnesota, as everybody knows, when a young Richard Flair sets sights on rising star in a unique world and decides to do anything necessary to get where he wanted. A character was born in the womb of a single desire to be the man. And a drive to name is popular and polarized as any wrestling figure that ever stepped foot into the ring. The success took a considerable toll on his bio and on his wives and children. And in 2013 came a tragic postscript But today, Flair remains as defiant as ever, proud his legacy, eager to remain in the spotlight. This sort of man character, their unbreakable connection. It's going to feature 2 conversations between the director and Ric Flair, and this is actually filmed over 16 months, over a 16-month span. Some of the interviews, including this with people associated with Flair, and it's going to be Triple H, Hulk Hogan, Ricky Steamboat, Baby Doll, one of the old NBA girls, Tully Blanchard, The Undertaker.
Oh, really?
Arn Anderson, Shawn Michaels, Sting, and Road Warrior Animal, as well as his first wife, Leslie Jacobs, the dad of David and Ashley, and his
mom.
Yes, the right proud mom,
The proud mother of David and Ashley Flair, or Flyer, I think is actually.
and all his children, among others, Jennifer Best. And the guy that died, the American Rory Clark, says he grew up as a huge wrestling fan in the 80s. He was captivated by Flair. So, and yeah, this story's going to follow not just all the good things about Flair, but obviously what they meant by the 2013 stuff will be the son's Reed's death, and also that'll be on November 7th after SmackDown. From one legendary figure in wrestling to another, sorry for these bad segues. I'm in advertising mood this week. The WWE 2K18 Cena Enough edition was revealed trailer was out. If you already can play 4 days early, but close to that for the $9. If you upgrade to that, you get. And by the way, upgrade. This is only for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One users, not Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
I have no idea what the hell this podcast is. The Cena Enough.
This podcast has gone to hell in a handbasket in episode 3.
It's celebrating the amazing 15-year career of John Cena. I don't have to read that to tell you what the mail, because obviously, who else is going to be mail? He has a polarizing presence in the WWE universe if he didn't know. Whether it's Let's Go Cena or Cena Enough shit. 2K don't watch wrestling. No, I changed Cena Enough.
No, that's okay. That's what people put on the signs. We've seen enough.
I want to do my own press release. It's the John Cena 15th year anniversary because he's the legend for this game. If you want it, the retail price is $150. The difference is, so really you're just paying $90 for the deluxe edition, and for $60 more you get a shirt in your size. And
this is the motherly video game advice from Joe Venuto right now.
You get the current pre-order bonus, the season pass, which is all included in the digital. In the deluxe. The bonus digital content, the early access, which is all that's just the $9 version. For this, you get a box. John Cena's cover. 15 years of all the different shirt designs. It's the cover. I wasn't a big fan of the cover. It was way too ugly. Too much going on. I get what they were going for. And the other interesting thing about this is the playable characters, but you still have D also get, but you get them too with the deluxe edition. You just gotta pay separately for them. Here you get them free. So
yeah, and I think you get
a piece of this, like you won the bat. When you won
number 16
for number 16, which that's cool. And autograph card. The biggest news I'm doing on this is RVD's in the video game.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Hey, RVD.
Not surprised Batista's in the video game. He's been in the video game past few years. RVD though, normally have to download Community Creations, but if you want to pay, download him if you get the $60 or $9 versions, or if you get the Cena one, it's free. Now we're going to business school. Because you get to find out how much money WWE makes per quarter. Alright, this is only 2 things.
Which is probably more than I'll ever make, or this podcast will ever make, so you can look at it and gloat.
Okay, I'm just doing 2 things. The 2 numbers that stand out. They made in 1 quarter, in the second quarter, which is like April to June, I believe. Yes, that sounds good. They made $214.6 million, was based off of their live events and network segments. That's the most they've ever made in one quarter. And the W Network has almost 2 million viewers at 1.63 worldwide. Pretty much Vince's wish will not move on. Anything else?
No. That explains it all.
WWE's bringing back 2 shows. Last week I heard, but we didn't get to do a news podcast last week because we Battleground busy. WWE's bringing back Saturday Night's main event, not sure when. And then earlier tonight it was announced that WWE's going to bring back Taboo Tuesday. On July 20th, this past Monday, they filed for a new trademark for Taboo Tuesday. That was the pay-per-view that aired on Tuesdays in 04 or 05, and then later became Cyber Sunday in 06, 07, 06 to 08, I believe. They actually had this trademark picture right here on the information on it.
Yeah, on the heel
by Nations.com site.
Yeah, under the article for Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah, it's legit. Usually when they trademark it's for future use. Apparently they're saying it could potentially take place on a date that SmackDown slated to be taped. I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe instead of like an episode of SmackDown that week, it will end up being an episode of Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that would affect either the taping for USA Network for SmackDown or the WWE Network. And,
well, historically speaking, Taboo Tuesday's always been in full, and the SmackDown episode is taped in full. It's the UK episode. So, today, and also today, WWE's Fan Council sent out a survey wondering who your favorite non-WWE wrestlers are. That's Triple H right on. We'll play a little game. I mean, just pocket the news portion of them interested in. We'll just go with who we would like to see them in WWE. They would be a good fit. First up, Will Ospreay.
Thumbs up.
Kushida.
Thumbs up.
Kenny King.
Yeah.
Pentagon Dark.
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah, he can come along.
Don't know who Dante Fox is. Don't face. Mil Americas.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Has he seen Katrina?
Well, they didn't see Katrina in there.
Well, obviously she's a package. By the way, just to clarify, there are no former There's 2 former WWE stars on this list. There's rumors of other ones coming in.
And none of them are Katrina.
Right. Because she's on my LA package deal. So just to clarify real quick, going with this, there's no CM Punk or Mr. John Morrison on this. And I think that's because Vince has been in contact with all 3 of them, saying out in Florida recently, 2 weeks or so. So we'll see where they go. Ray looks most likely right now. John Morrison is also unhappy at AAA, and there's been a lot of CM Punk to it. And if you watch Hulu, CM Punk's also expected. Jushin Thunder Liger.
Which apparently
WWE sent out, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Hulu,
WWE sent to Hulu.
Based off Hulu's
that advertising, so
who knows?
Yeah.
They might have some spoilers off it. Or it's probably just off.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll spoil that. Jushin Thunder Liger. The Briscoes. I'm actually surprised by him.
I'm not sure how they would fit in WWE, to be honest.
Taya. Taya Valkyrie from Lucha Underground. The blonde girl with the pink hair.
Yeah, I know who she is.
She's engaged to Morrison, so thumbs up. Alright, move on. Good taste. Okada.
Thumbs up. Big thumbs up.
Kelly Klein.
I've only seen like a match or 2 of hers, and I think she's okay. As probably right now, she's probably the best Ring of Honor has full time for their Women of Honor shows.
What? Alright.
Yeah. Maybe if I see more of her.
Adam Page. Or Hangman Page.
I mean, from the things I've seen from him, he's okay. He's not exactly like earth-shattering, like WWE like needs to sign him right now. So I'll probably say at least not right now.
He's got one thing going for him that only 3 real people in this list have. He's part of Bullet Club, so there's no chance to get signed. Tejano.
Yeah.
Tanahashi.
Yes.
Deonna Purrazzo.
She always seems to show up in every single company. She's becoming the Ron and Don Harris of her era. They show up in every single company.
She's more talented, right?
Oh, she's much more talented than they are. They were also Nazis too. She's much more talented than they are, but it seems like she shows up in every single company. Ring of Honor, GFW/TNA, WWE. At this point, she's probably going to show up on the next season of Glow, for all I know. As Donna Purrazzo, just her, same person. She's just going to show up that day.
Ethan Clark.
Thumbs up.
He's one of the 2 former baby killers.
Yes.
Sienna. The Young Bucks.
Yep.
Angelina Love.
If this had been like 2 or 3 years earlier, I probably would have said yes. But now I'm not as sure, to be honest.
LAX.
No.
Killshot.
Yeah, he's okay.
Tiger Mace. Wait, is that Ibushi?
I think so.
That is Ibushi.
Thumbs up.
Wait, earlier when I read this, I was thinking Tiger Mace just like the wrestle legend that A. Guerrero played and all those. I was like, I don't.
Yeah, some other schmo is.
But that's actually Kota Ibushi. I know Kota Ibushi is now Kota Ibushi in the G1 Climax, but he was playing Tiger Mace too recently. So
for Kota Ibushi, thumbs up.
If it's somebody else now, Naito.
Sure.
Son of Havoc.
Yes.
Lashley.
Yes.
War Machine.
Yeah, sure.
Marty Scurll.
Yes, absolutely.
Forgot about him from the Bullet Club. That's why I'm page we signed with Marty and Young Bucks. The Mac.
From the things I've seen of him and Lucha Underground, I would say yes.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yes.
And last but not least, I say the Western Purpose in the Doc K. Omega.
Yes.
Eventually most of these guys will be signed. And girls.
At least, if they don't, they will make damn sure they at least try.
Right. And the big news this week, well, people leaving GFW and they're still GFW.
Yeah, just GFW centric.
GFW lost 3 wrestlers this week. Main one being Dave Richards. Dave Richards announced on Monday that he retired from pro wrestling. His whole go doctor, so he's gone to medical school. He was the only one was signed out of the 3 left. Also, who left was Matt Morgan and Magnus.
Yes.
Long as they didn't want to let Matt Morgan work his day job. Magnus.
To be fair, it's the same reason Davey Richards is getting too.
And Magnus is has a wife in WWE.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't seem like GFW is the most stable place to work for, at least right now. It also seems like the company probably would have been better hands if you stayed with Dixie Carter. So.
There's something about the band.
How you doing, darlings?
A lot better than a lot more soul for her.
Yes.
The running goal scheme, by the way, with GFW.
And I think she's also the person that said AJ had signed a deal or something.
Right.
But yet that company is better run than the one we have now.
Right.
So.
Long story short, this week, because I don't have all the information in front of me right now, pretty much, Reby called out Jarrett first. I believe that's how the week started. Because Reby signs don't know when to show up on Twitter. But it's enjoyable, so, then, and whoever, Nordham, the owner of Anthem, said that they were done. Because they didn't take the deal that they offered them, which was 50% of Jeff's music and art that he sold separately from WWE.
That had nothing to do with TNA to begin with.
Right. And then he said he's had no contact with Matt. Matt recorded all the phone conversations, according to Matt.
Which I 100% believe.
And Reby said Ed Nordholm, or No Credit, as she calls him on Twitter.
Hashtag no credit.
Is live through his effing yellow Canadian teeth.
That's a quote.
Yes. Capital letters.
At least a paraphrase.
And now apparently Billy Corgan is involved with this and taking the Hardy side as well. Because he was the one who was there to book it.
Yeah.
And now the Hardys decide that they're going to take GFW to court with WWE's lawyer, and well, it's a story that we will keep updated on. This story not going to end well for one party. I'll give you a hint which one's are richer.
Well,
It's not
if
GFW.
somehow GFW is able to pull the court case out of their ass, they're not going to ever win the public opinion on this. They're always going to be it's always going to be looked at as a negative for them. To be honest, the best option for them probably would just been cut their losses and sold the broken universe rights to them. At least try to get something out of it.
Just to clarify, WWE offered $15,000 for it.
Yes.
A few weeks ago.
But for some reason they wanted half of Jeff's things that didn't necessarily pertain to them or even a wrestling business in general. Other than Jeff Hardy was the one that made all that stuff. So yeah, it's not looking like a smart idea for TNA right now. Again, they should have.
It's never been TNA. TNA and Smart have never been associated.
That's true. What's that website, TNA? The Wikipedia thing.
I'll get you the links next week or during the week some point.
Yeah.
But it's LLTNA. They also have LLWB. They might have LLGFW now, but that might also just be the TNA section.
Yeah.
But
it's just like a whole list of
bad things,
terrible,
WWE,
stupid things
that
that each company has come up
all
with.
four major companies.
And
really.
TNA's is actually probably the funniest.
TNA's is the funniest, and believe it or not, I think it's the most extensive of WCW's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say TNA's been around longer, but
And TNA